Dusk pauses, alone outside the refugee center, a light breeze cooling her bark skin, looking up towards the sky. Through the fog, she can just make out a slither of the moon. In her possession, she had what she hoped would bring her brother back, return his soul to flesh. Yet, like many forms of magic, this magic required a sacrifice, a willing one at that, no small task. Dusk knows her brother, understands him. She knows that he is a monster, but how far from that is she? But is this the only path? Is this the only way? Is the death of another the only way to return him? Perhaps not. The book that she found in that necromantic tomb, that seemed like fate to her. But perhaps Dusk needs to give fate another chance. The Exodi await, after all. And so with that, Dusk rummages through that bag of hers to pull out a small black sphere, the Magic 8 Ball. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, No Hope, where we're going to give fate one last chance to decide our course, to decide our path. We have two options, the first of which will take us far back to the west, to Elliot right now. The second choice takes us far to the northeast, to the Exodi. Which shall it be? Well, I think the answer, or rather, the question we have to ask is, should we return to Elliot now? With the idea being that we'll use the path of necromancy to return him to the world of the living. And so, should we return to Elliot now? Yes. The ball says yes, and Dusk feels no longer nauseous because of it. That is a sign, if I have ever seen one. And so, we will accept that sign. So then, we're going to have an interesting time on our hands here because, we have those return scrolls. I have no idea how far they are going to take us, and there is a long road ahead of us. But I think we begin. I think we start. So, let's have a look then. We have 2 Forge of Wonder warp scrolls, which will take us back to a Forge of Wonders. And then, of course, we have the return warp scrolls. We have 3 of them. We don't know exactly where they are going to go. Obviously, the first one is going to take us back up to where we just came from, in the Dragon's Den. So, is it going to activate that one? We don't know. We don't know. But we'll find out together, won't we? You cast... Oh, yep. Oh, okay. Okay, it did take us back here. Ooh, for a second then, I was concerned. As you recite the incantation, the scroll burns away in your hands, and in the blink of the eye, you are suddenly somewhere else. We're back in here, and that's not terrible, because I have been advised that there is potentially some more denarii that we can gather up on this level here, denarii that we have just missed. So, I think we're going to try and see if we can find that. Obviously, we do not want to dissolve anything here. I'm trying to think what the easiest way to do this would be. We could set up a sort zone across this entire space so that we can just gather denarii. Oh yeah, like we're seeing denarii over here in the water right now. So it's it's definitely around. There's even more down here as well. My gosh, okay. Yep, 35 denarii. All right, nothing in sight right now. So yeah, I mean, that could be like anywhere around here. Obviously, it won't be everywhere, but it's going to be many places like we can see down there. Okay, we'll take that. Thank you very, very much. So I tell you what, I'm going to have a little bit of a roam around here. We're going to find what we can, and I'll check back in once we have finished exploring this space. All right, I think we can safely say that we have explored everything around here, and I believe we are good. So let's have a look and see how many denarii we are actually carrying. I tell you what, it's more than 8. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we can see that we've been putting them in glass flasks here. So we've got 408 denarii right now, which, gotta say, I'm pretty freaking happy about that. Oh, and I think before we go up the top, we're just going to rebandage our torso here, just so it's a little bit better. And we'll turn that light off for now. Okay, well, that's the first scroll. Already great, absolute banger. And it does mean that we can visit another Forge of Wonders and potentially get some more good stuff. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the other books. We are going to read them. We're just going to try and see how far these scrolls are going to take us. So we have 2 more return warp scrolls. We know one of them is probably going to take us to yet another Dragon's Lair, or it's going to take us to a rooftop somewhere, because we've done lots of rooftop escapes. So we need to kind of be prepared that we might be in a bad situation when we show up somewhere. There's only one way to find out though. Let's read Dusk. Oh no. Okay, is it? Oh shoot. Maybe it only remembers the last place that you've been to. Crap, because this is definitely the same place, right? Yup, it sure is. Damn. So it resets every time that you use them. Okay, that's not the worst case scenario for us, because we do have these 2 Forge of Wonders that are very close. Our Forge equipment being at this one here. Right. That is a bit of a problem. Obviously, it does save us a bit of time going from this Forge of Wonders here. I mean, I say that, but does it? It brings us further south to territory that we have seen before, but is that the fastest way for us to travel? Maybe not. We have bridges going from Huntington across to Guildford, and then further still. I'm just... Look, I know what the Magic 8 Ball said, but we are much closer to the Exodi right now. And I feel like Dusk saying screw you to fate is kind of on brand. Because that might be what we have to do here, because yeah, we are far closer to the Exodi right now. Okay, so I think the best thing that we can do, because we have all that Denari now, is actually make our way down to the Forge of Wonders, because we have this nice big line that we can walk along that is going to bring us over to Ipswich, which is going to take us closer to the Exodi. We've even got a Magicalism cabin that we can check out along the way there. So our first stop is going to be this Forge of Wonders here, and then we have the second down here. Looking at the roads here, honestly, I think we might be able to try and make it just down this one and then head out into the open field. I say that, I do not know how successful that would be. So let's prepare for a bit of combat just in case we do end up running into some. So we are going to start off with Electric Eye, which we need to drop Dawn to do, as that's going to last an hour and 9 minutes for us. Then we'll get our, do we want to get Pain Suppression going? Maybe not. I'm just thinking, we're holding our lifting field still, so we don't want to go over the top. Maybe we will just do Pain Suppression. There we go. That means our other abilities we will probably just leave off for now. The other psionic abilities, that is. And honestly, I think we'll probably just leave it at that for the moment. We'll get our stamina back, sure. Figure how long it takes to wait in this place, or just move in general, just because there are so many creatures down below. Okay, we are moving much faster now. That's great. Okay, so this is the road that we're after. We are going to try and take a turn down there, and we're going to try to avoid things like skeletal shockers where we can. Oh, okay, and we have run into a little bit of trouble. We've got a Barghest and a Howling Dog that no doubt will get the attention of Dusk and other things that are around us. Okay, that Predator needs to go. Let's just make sure that we're managing our stamina as we try and kill some of the dead that are around us here. We've got zombie dwarves and raven folk. Okay. Alright, that's one down. Let's keep on moving, Dusk. We just don't want to get surrounded. We don't want to get grabbed is what we're trying to avoid here. I'm okay with this taking like a few swings occasionally, but we're just going to really wanting to make sure that we just stay ahead of them. I would like to take down that loud sucker there. And then we got 3 feral dwarves to worry about. Now, they can be a bit of a pain in the ass, as we can see, but we've managed to strike them down. They didn't do too much damage to our torso. Okay, let's cross at the crossing, Dusk, and let's keep moving on. Wow, that dog could not see us at all, that acidic dog there. Well, I'm okay with that. We can see that there is something electronic in that home over there, and that is a skeletal brute that we'll just leave alone for now. 2 acidic zombies. We're actually seeing better than some of the dead. Oh boy, that was a bloated zombie. That was close. So we're going to have to deal with this predator. So let's turn around, slice and dice, and keep on moving south. We're nearly at the point where we're going to start to turn to the east. Dusk can hear damage being dealt in the darkness. And hey, we've got a regular zombie and a predator. That Dusk, my gosh, just absolutely decimates. That bite is deadly right now. Oh, and look at that. We lashed the zombie predator with our vines. Those vine arms of Dusk are going to work. Okay, we've got a slathering biter. That Dusk will just devour. We will take that denare, thank you. And let's go around the other way so that shocker doesn't get to us. There was something attacking us from the darkness there, but we're not so concerned about that right now. Let's just move through this little community garden area. And now we're kind of in the more open field, so we should be able to make it down towards the forge without too much trouble. Oh, and interestingly enough, I nearly moved into this crater. We can see detach a vine so that you can climb back up. And you can climb down using your vines. That is cool. I'm glad that we have it there as an option. Your vines, Dusk, they will definitely come in use. Right now we can see a path that we have walked before, so we're just gonna, well, we're gonna retread that path and take what we can from the dead that we see along the way. It's a lot of alarms. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember there being a lot of alarms here. Okay, so probably going to mute things while we're here, just so that it's not bad for you. Right now, it is a cacophony of alarms. That is a skeletal neotheropod brute. Oh boy, what have you killed here? Nevervoid? Interesting. So this dino here, distorted over the growths of calcified bone plates cover this dinosaur's rotten flesh, especially 2 large crests above the head. Joints and cracks around its body ooze with black goo. Okay. Right. We're going to throw down with this thing? Yeah, we're going to throw down with this thing. Okay, alright, let's do it. We're going to put Dawn back into the scabbard. We're going to activate the throwing knives first of all, and we're going to hurl one of them towards that and actually do some decent damage in the process. Alright, yet again, we're going to go and throw. 30 damage, good hit, Dusk. Alright, same thing again. Throw that magical knife, and now we are going to activate our scabbard. We're going to draw Dawn, and we are going to charge in towards this thing. And Dusk managed to send it reeling. She stunned it, striking again and again. She kills this massive creature. That's sick. Good job, Dusk, good job. I hope that thing did not break in here. It doesn't seem like it did. Okay, so let's go put Dawn away while we're in. I think that's only going to be kind and fair for us to do. Valzane, my friend, we have some more coin, and I wonder if you have some other things for us. And surprisingly enough, there actually isn't much. I wouldn't mind getting maybe 1 more forge scroll, so we'll trade what we need to get that done. Excellent, thank you, friend. Now, I'm going to go see if there are any books that we missed here, and then after that, we have another forge to visit. And yeah, looking at everything that we have here, I believe we already have this. So, that shall not be helping us. I know that I did miss a cure minor wounds somewhere. I think it might have been at the other forge. Looking here, we can see all of our forge stuff. That's good. It's where it should be. We're feeling a tingling sensation right now, so I think we're just gonna munch on some of these beech nuts. Alright, we're feeling satisfied. I wouldn't mind getting the endless teapot. We'll see how much we actually have in terms of a denare. Like the total amount. Yeah, nothing else here. That's all good. Oh yeah, one other thing. I'm relatively sure that we did leave some denare in the wheelie bin that we were carting all our books around in, and I'm pretty sure that that is at the second Forge of Wonders down here. Alright, I just want to get an idea what our total we're looking at here. Okay, it's considerable. We've got a lot of denare. And the teapot's like half of that though, right? Or is that the price for 2 of them? Okay, that's the price for 2, I'm pretty sure here. No, it's the price for 1. Okay, alright, we will settle our debt. I do think that that is going to be something, I do think that that's something that is just going to be good for us to have, and it looks like we actually can fit that into, oh, Right, it's held. Can we put this away? Not right now. Okay, so we're going to need to shuffle things around a little bit. Actually, there probably is space in our large rucksack. I just need to put it in manually. Yep, that is totally... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, already contains an item. Interesting. What item is in the holster that would... Oh, sorry, that was the lifting field. It's a classic Rycon mistake, that one. Yes, the rucksack. We want to insert it into there. There we go. Wonderful. And now, endless teapot. What do we want to mark you as? Do we have anything as E right now? E for endless? I don't think so. So, E it is. So activate E, and do we have nice hot tea? Yes, you check the teapot and discover it's full of sweet tea. Sadly, it's cold. Well, that's unfortunate. But we have green tea there now. We can just activate that whenever. It's going to give us a bit of joy. And I'm also assuming that the type of tea changes. Yeah, let's activate that again. It is sweet tea. Once again, it's green tea. Okay, so it might just be green tea every time. I'm okay with that. That's not a bad thing for us. All right, let's get Dawn back on out. We grit our teeth as we wield it. And now we're going to head on down towards this forge. Okay, and we can definitely sense some things out in the night. It looks like they're just Forgeborn though, so that is okay. Time to put Dawn away. All right, and first thing that I want to do here is just have a look and see. Okay, here is the wheelie bin. Do we have extra denarii in there? We do. We totally do. And we may actually be able to sell some more of these books, depending on whether we have denarii here yet or not. And it does not look like they have restocked. Okay, let's just ask actually. Helen, when are you going to get new stuff? 3 days and 19 hours. It is different from place to place, which is, I guess, kind of cool to see. All right, we'll go to the librarian first of all. Okay, and here they are. There's a few things as well. Visceral projection, I don't know if we have, but we have Bless, a spell of blessing that gives you energy and boosts your abilities. This is a Technomancer spell. Awesome. We also have Cure Light Wounds. This is a Biomancer spell. Heals a little bit of damage on the target as well, so that's quite cool. We also have Lamp, a magical lamp, which I don't think we're going to need because, I mean, we're kind of our own light source, but maybe it does project more light, so we'll grab it. And Visceral Projection, a spray of acrid blood and gore all around you, growing to ensnare your prey in a field of twitching poisonous tendrils. Do we definitely not have that? No, it doesn't look like we do. It's pretty cheap as well. So yeah, that's really not costing us that much at all. And you know what? We could actually save our denarii. We could just trade books instead. That's what we're going to do. Let's grab this thing, drag it on down here. We feel a surge of euphoria as we see one of the forge workers just get engulfed in flame from the lava. Dusk, you are more than a little strange. Okay, that's a good deal. We've just traded books to get that to work. Yet again, we are just going to try and put these into our pack. Oh, doesn't look like that's going to work out for us. Okay, that's fine. Right, well, we don't want to be here for long, but we are going to have to try and digitize at least these new ones that we've just picked up. So, Dusk's phone. We're going to store books, Visceral Projection, Bless, Cure Light Wounds, and Lamp. Okay, and those we are just going to go and drop back into our little carrier here so that we can sell them at a later date. We could probably try and digitize the other books that we're currently carrying with us, but I think we'll just wait and see how that goes. There's definitely some trouble happening down to the south, so we'll see if we can clear some of these things away for them just to kind of help out. We'll also see what Valzane has for us here. In terms of books, nothing that we're gonna want. Yeah, and just those braces of archery. Right, okay, so I think we'll pick up just one more scroll. It really doesn't seem to matter where we buy these things from. Oh, it doesn't look like we're actually going to be able to fit that in our pack either. What about just in our dimensional bag? I know we're pretty close to being full. Yeah, okay. But I guess we could always have a look at putting some other things in there just to kind of reduce our carrying in some of the other spaces. Volume is probably going to be too high though. Yeah, no, that's fine. Look, we don't need to be carrying a number of these things. Stuff like the mithril ingots. I think I'm just going to do a little inventory organize here as well. Books, ingots, We've made a note. We know that they are here now, and we're just going to store stuff in this. And do I want to just toss some grenades down? Yeah. Let's go nice and light. Honestly, I think we're probably just going to leave the heat cube as well. It has not been that useful. And honestly, we can get rid of the hydration pack now as well, because we have the endless teapot. And we'll probably leave the many glass flasks behind as well. Alright, let's get out of here before more of the workers incinerate themselves in front of us. And of course, we will grab that scroll. Excellent. Okay, so we are good to go. Once again, let us draw Dawn. And we are going to see, well, I was going to say we could see what was going on there, help them out with that. I am keen to do that, but we are going to be heading east after that, kind of over by the goblin encampment, and then just along this narrow stretch until we kind of make our way over towards Ipswich. All right, let's see what's going on here. There's a decent amount of dead there. That's definitely kind of like more fireball territory. Looks like they've kind of got an idea that we're around here at the moment. The forge can handle that. Yeah, they'll be all right. My fear is that if we use a fireball or anything like that and we accidentally damage the wall, then Valzane and all of the forge workers are going to want our blood. And it looks like I've found the path that we've walked before, so we're going to wander along it. We're moving past that goblin encampment at the moment, and it seems relatively quiet in there. I think as we go about, we will just grab some nice beech nuts. Oh boy, and that is a bloated corvid descending from one of those trees. Nasty thing. There might be more of them out here. Well, there's a giant butterfly. Okay, that seems to be a little bit more chill though. Oh, and out the darkness, a shady zombie that has some canned beans for us. Nice. What else do you have going on here? Oh, the coffee's kind of fun. We've also got a fair amount of small light ammunition and a training pistol. Yeah, we'll leave you with that. Didn't get you all that far, did it? Oh, and we have just been spat at. How rude. We'll take that cash card for our troubles. You know what? We'll just knock back a little bit of whiskey, too, just to help deal with the small amount of pain that we're experiencing. Oh boy. Okay, and there are armored zombified dinosaurs roaming the swamp here. We'll give them a fair bit of space. Their sight doesn't seem to be all that great. Oh, and out of the woods, a freaking corrosive zombie that didn't do all that much damage to us, surprisingly. Did manage to do a little bit of damage to our torso when it first leapt out from behind this tree. Tricky thing. We can see that most of their acid is just reflecting off of Dusk's torso, and that's because her armor is just that much better now. The bark is going to be great quality when it comes to defending us. The Kevlar vest will also assist in that. Oh boy, and the sun is actually starting to rise right now. Okay, so having a look where we are, we're actually being able to see a fair amount more even in the darkness. Ooh, that's a radio station. Well, hot damn, I think we're going to be able to make use of a little bit of this light by trying to have a look in the area around us. Okay, we're not going to break into the station, we'll just break into the back because there may be someone alive in here. Who knows? For now though, we can see the way forwards. We are going to be taking that. They cannot see us right now. This is like the perfect time of day for us. It's why the nights are just so brutal. Alright, up we go, Dusk, all the way to the top. And what do we have waiting for us? A heat pack, some small tin cans, a diving cylinder, that's an interesting one, the hatchet, and a sleeping bag. Okay, so we can already see great. Well, hot damn. Yeah, we can see very good. We can see that Ipswich is just a freaking nightmare. And just the block of city that we have ahead of us here. We can see that after a while, it does fall off, relatively quickly, as to how good we're able to see. Now, there was definitely that's the Magicalism cabin. It's over there to the northeast. Okay, so what do we do here? The sun is rising, so ideally we find a basement to hang out in during the day. I think that would be the best call for us right now. I mean, the sun is already here. Those creatures are already able to see us. So let's move a little bit further. We have an open window into this house here. Sounds like there's maybe a little bit of trouble going on inside. We've got lots of magic books to read, so we can definitely stay busy during the day. That's not a concern of mine. Hello, Skeletal Master. Let's take you down. A light detector. Okay, interesting. Just a piece of electronics. And let's have a look at this house and see how bad it is. We've got a few dead in here, but that's never stopped us before. Dusk quickly deals with them. Okay, so I am searching for a staircase up or one leading down into a basement. Ah, there we go. Basement. Wonderful. What is the condition of this place? Well, there's definitely something down here. We're gonna have to move through the sludge. Okay, we've got quite a few. Interesting. Got a machine gun down here and everything. All right, we're gonna try and get attention of just, a few of them at a time. So far, that's working out perfectly. Got a Kevlar zombie that will take a little bit longer to kill, but not that long at all. Really not much that we're gonna want from them. We do have some wood here though, and a wood stove, which is great because we're gonna be able to keep Dusk nice and happy. That miscellaneous repair kit is kinda handy, and the crowbar is tempting, but I think the crash axe that we've got is gonna be just as good as that crowbar. Oh, this is a nice little workspace. How about that, Dusk? We got somewhere that we can sleep. We actually have somewhere that we could potentially cook, and damn, we've got a lot of food here. What the hell? Okay, yeah, sure, let's knock back some coconut milk. Very nice. Yeah, we're gonna be able to stay here totally fine today. All right, so let's see. We actually have a log. That's going to be very good for the fire. A few logs, actually, so we can keep it going. We can keep it burning for quite a long time. There we go. Let's go and start a fire, Dusk. Excellent. All right, we'll go and put this other plank in there as well. And then we'll just go and drag one of these on over, like so. Now, we might get a little bit warm here. Let's say that we'll just have to be aware of. I think it'll be okay. Now, our focus could maybe be a little bit better, so we're going to see if we can fix that. Well, we're feeling pretty good. We're hearing some crackling sounds from nearby. Something else that we should look at doing is wearing our rucksack and then just cancelling our concentration. Otherwise, that's just going to be more stress than we need. Yeah, okay, we start to feel a little bit of pain. That's all right. Let's just check the bandage on our torso. It's good enough that we shouldn't touch it. Right, now comes the books, and we do have a few books here that we can flick through. It's actually showing all the books that we have access to on our cell phone. Not exactly sure why they're doubled up the way they are, but yeah. So we're going to start going through each of these, learning what we can. Let's start with Bless. Oh dear, yeah, lots of activity above us. Our focus is going up, which is great because I think that this is just a relatively easy spell for us to study. And we have learned Bless. Let's see if we'd be able to actually cast that. Seems like that's possible. All right, we'll give that a shot. And there we go. You're filled with energy that improves everything you do. Something about how the spell works just clicked as well. That's great. Now, what does the actual effects of that give us? Blessed torso. I wonder, because it could, improve our mood, which that would be fun. And, perhaps even focus. Let's just check morale real quick. Oh, we're actually getting benefits from spending time alone and spending time close to a fire. I mean, the closer the fire one makes sense. The spent time alone doesn't, purely because we have our negative trait. Oh, well, for one, we have seasonal affective disorder, which I didn't realize that we did. That's something that's popped up at some point. So yeah, we might be getting more depressed because it's autumn and winter is on its way. Where is our social one? Did we lose that? Or I might just be missing it. Yeah, okay. We're all right with being alone, unless I am missing something there. Yeah, effects alone. Being on your own makes you feel good, which is kind of what Elliot had. Intriguing. Okay, well, we got Blessed done anyway. That's good. Let's look at moving on to Caustic Aura to begin with. We'll learn more about it once we actually learn it, I think. It's about suspending acid in a layer, I'm guessing around us. Yeah, our focus is popping off right now. This is great. And we have successfully learned Caustic Aura. So let's just go stand over here for a moment. I believe that's going to be a Biomancer ability. Indeed it is. Oh, we actually need to have some acid around. The spell suspends acid in a layer around you, corroding melee attackers when struck and enhancing your melee damage. That's fun. But we do need to have some kind of acid with us. It takes 4 seconds to cast as well, so you really want to cast it before you get into a fight. Does it follow around you? Maybe. Let's keep our eye out for acids then, huh? Oh, I did not see I did not see all of this as well. Damn, what a basement. Yeah, okay, what do we... Oh, hello, Grappler Zombie. You were being very quiet. Hot damn. You were just hanging out in here, huh? Yeah, you had a freaking survival box on you. All right. No Hope seems to have been like a little bit more forgiving lately, which is kind of surprising. Also, we do have crates here. Let's just go crack those. I mean, I say it's been more forgiving, but we know that there's never going to be anything in those crates. Right, we're hungry. Let's go for the beech nuts first. Nice and satisfied after that. We can see that our calorie intake has been just great. We're consuming way more calories than we're actually spending. We do need more calcium though. We'll get to that. We will get to that. So next up, I think is going to be crystallize mana. There we have it, Dusk. Okay, and that is a classless ability. Crystallizes mana into solid form. Let's do it. That of course will allow us to charge up any of our magical items with our own mana. It does take a while for us to actually go through this process though. I should have checked to see the actual total time. Oh, channeling so much mana is making you tired. But we actually do manage to do it. We have crystallized mana in our hand, 10. Oh, okay, geez. We'll just store that in our pack for the moment, and let's go drink some nice green tea. We'll get some more of that as well. Yep, green tea for days. And I guess, oh, here's the thing. We can heat it, right? We can heat it. Let's go to our ever-burning torch. Oh, I guess not. I was hoping, yeah, no. Let's just extinguish it then, damn. I guess also, if we have the ever-burning torch, we probably don't need our headlamp anymore. Yeah, we'll leave that. It's pretty broken up. Okay, we've crystallized mana now. That's great. We're next going to be moving on to Cure Light Wounds. Wait, your body feels frail and weak? Signs of your recent weight loss. Are you kidding me? Today we consumed 11,000 calories. We only spent 4,000. You want me to eat more nuts? I'll eat more nuts. There we go. That's another 5,000 calories for you. Okay, geez. All right, but hey, we did learn Cure Light Wounds there. So that's going to be Biomancer again. And looking at it, healing +5. It's just like +5 across the board. Interesting. Well, I think we'll cast it. There we go. Your wounds start closing up, and we get better at casting that spell. All right, we're at about midday at the moment, so we're not tired yet, and we have more books. We have more spells that we need to learn. Next up is Guardian Spirit. Summon a benevolent spirit to keep watch. Okay, perhaps it is a spirit rather close to Dusk, one that lingers nearby. And we have learnt it. So that's going to be Animist, right? Indeed it is. Okay, 5 minutes and 5 seconds it lasts for. It watches over us and warns us of imminent attacks, allowing us to dodge some of them. Useful. It does take 2 seconds for us to cast. That is something that will become faster with time. Okay, and we've got it. So it sticks with us, I think. Yeah, okay, neat. A protective spirit is looking out for you. That is very cool. So we can kind of prepare that before a fight then. It lasts for 10 minutes and 12 seconds, so that's really good. Just extra dodge chance in general is going to be awesome. So our Electric Eye, Guardian Spirit, anything that is going to help us dodge more attacks, that's just brilliant for Dusk. Yeah, we're going to want to get that spell better, certainly. But for now, we move on to yet another. And now I think it's going to be ionization. Oh, and I think, well, for one, we fell asleep then. It's only 4, but you already missed the summer sun. I think the seasonal affective disorder is starting to take a little bit of an effect on us. We don't actually have any antidepressants, so that's something that we're going to have to watch out for, I think. And we have learned ionization. Excellent. Let's have a look and see what that is going to do for us. That's going to be Technomancer, right? Or actually, it will be Storm Shaper. Sure enough it is. By manipulating the charge in the air, you can conjure a sharp snap of lightning over a wide area. While its destructive potential is a far cry from natural lightning, the light and thunderclap produced will leave your foes reeling. Very nice. That's a decent radius and range that we get from that. God damn. It does take a while to cast, 3 seconds, but I guess it might kind of be like a fireball, but for lightning. So let's have a look and see when the sun is meant to set today. It is already night. Okay, so I think we're just going to carry on our journey. Yes, there is more reading that we could do, but I think Dusk has the energy and the will to just kind of continue. Did we have any caffeinated chewing gum here? We did. We're just going to knock back 2 of those before we head out. And you know what? Let's knock back some of that tea as well. And we'll just activate our teapot to get more of it. Okay, we didn't have anyone waiting for us, so that's a good sign. Now, let's have a look at the route ahead of us. I think if we just head into the woods, that's what we want. And then from Ipswich, we're probably just going to try and make our way around and get to that cabin. And that, well, unless anything else stops us, that will be where we wrap things up today. Oh, and a zombie brute tries to stop us and fails. We're going to eat that caffeinated chewing gum from you, and we'll take out that shriekling. Carry on our way, Dusk. Oh, I do need to keep in mind, we are actually still wearing our rucksack. Let's change that. So we're going to go and put our lifting field on. Excellent. And let's get that in there. Wonderful. Catch our breath. Okay. And our pack is favorited, so if we do drop it at any point, it is going to be marked on the map where we dropped it. Oh, we were just attacked by something that we can't see. I think a rock. Okay. I think that was the rock. Our torso is bleeding now. Let's charge forwards. Oh, it's a freaking Migo scout. Of course it is. Of course it is. These bastards. Yep, attack that thing. All right, let's try and stop that bleeding. Okay, I don't think that there are any others around here. What's that? Scientist corpses. Okay, so yeah, there shouldn't be anything else around here. But hey, here's a chance for us to drop Dawn and then attempt to use Cure Light Wounds. It's a hefty amount of mana that we're using here, but I'm intrigued to see. Yep, look at that, torso, boom, looking good, Dusk. Well, we're on the outskirts of Ipswich at the moment, and a Night Stalker has just been taken down. So, we don't know too much about the city other than the fact that there were many, many dead that we saw wandering the streets from a distance. So we're going to be cautious, but we're going to try and allow the night to guide us here. And speaking of guiding, we should maybe take a little bit of extra precaution by casting Electric Eye. And let's move. Oh, hello, Margaret Hoover. Attacking to kill? She's a raven folk. Let's get the heck away from her because she has a rifle and she's chasing us, I think. Well, or she was just trying to get away. That's her deal now, not ours. Dusk, let's keep moving. We're kind of going completely into the unknown right now, though. I'm hoping that this is just going to be a forest, and it seems like that's the case. Good. The woods we can navigate well. And with that, yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot to the northeast now. All right. Time to get a move on. And amongst the woods, we've encountered some spiders that seem to be causing us just a little bit of trouble right now, but nothing too severe other than, well, the owlbear, which is now dead, actually. I'm assuming the poison from the spiders probably took it out. The spiders may have eggs, but right now we don't need them. We're getting enough sustenance from the beech nuts that we're finding. Dusk is a grazer now. Ooh, okay. And we've encountered a town. I wasn't planning on that. All right, let's just try and stay kind of a little bit more to the south, a little bit more towards this swampy region. Take you out. Oh boy, great. We are in the thick of smoke. Okay, smoke is better than anything else. Well, I say that. Our stamina is going to be absolutely trashed while we're here, but I think we're getting through the worst of that smoke inhalation. Yeah, because outside of the smoke inhalation, poison would be not great. Looks like this region is mostly swamp though. Oh, swamp and acid. Just a load of acid. What do we have over here? Nice big first aid kit. All right, we don't need any of that right now, but man, that's a large amount of acid. And we are very close now to that cabin. It's just a little bit further to the northeast here. And that's it. That's the door leading inside. Can we crack it? Yes, we can. Okay, let's just move through cautiously for now. Oh, we are blinded. You don't think you could dodge this attack? We decide to conserve the stamina. Okay, let's start to try and slash out. I do not know where the Storm Shaper is. Alright, they were there, briefly. They're dead now, though. Okay, it was mist and fog all around us. They have a lesser wand of magic missile. We will take that one, thank you. We'll also take that crystallized mana from you as well, and then smash the remains. A storm shaper, not unlike how Dusk started her journey. The kitchen doesn't offer us anything unique. And moving through here, we have a leotard so far, and a cotton patch. No scrolls, no nothing by the looks of things. Well, Dusk, you have much further to go, yet not as far than you would have if it was Elliot that you were traveling to today. It does make more sense for us to visit the Exodi with the scrolls working the way they did. I was really hoping that it would mark the locations, but I guess it does make some sense that it's only going to remember the last place that you came from. We will have to keep that in mind going forwards. Yet, as to how the return scrolls work, or the original scrolls, it doesn't always seem to go to where you purchased it from. I think we are tied to that gate right now until we visit another and target it by interacting with it. But that's not the end of the world. We do still have some return scrolls left, so that'll help us get back to that duo of forgers. But right now, Dusk has a full night ahead of her. She didn't sleep through the day, so tiredness will come for her eventually. With even more spells to learn, anytime the sun is up, if she's not sleeping, she'll be using that time to read as much as she possibly can. Legionnaires, I ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay